Hello, people. I have a guest today. He's in the back room. I'm going to bring him forward in a couple minutes. But I'd like to talk to you about something. You know, us podcasters, we put together shows and we try to put against good shows together. And there's a lot of insanity going on around here right now. And this is what I want to talk to you about. You know, listen, there's some podcasters here I don't like, but you got to give them credit because they developed their show. And then there's some podcasters that are basically failures. They're not able to create shows. They're not able to get people to watch. So what do? They pick fights with the monetized podcasters. It's basically a way to get people watching you. Today, Josie went on a rant. And I'm sure some of you were in a chat room, and she had more people watching her show at one time than she's ever had. And the main reason is because she was attacking people and she was very angry. But I don't care who she attacks or how angry she is. What I care about is the fact I'm going to play this, what she did today. I'm going to wait till a few more people get in here. But when you attack people and you start saying things about them personally, and you use the word child molester, pervert, and stuff like that, we're talking serious issues here. You know, you people remember Dana, thank you for the $4.99. Dan, thank you for the $10. Angry Sig, thank you for the $10. And I really appreciate it. And as you guys know, I don't do too many lives, so I do appreciate it. So it's getting to the point, you know, you guys remember when they labeled me a child molester. And now Josie is saying, no, he's not a child molester, but he's a pervert. What the hell does it mean I'm a pervert? I like women's feet. I play with women's asses. I mean, what? I don't understand what a pervert is. I go to truck stops. I mean, please, Josie, if you have evidence that I'm a pervert, please present it. Okay? You and these lowlives like Stacks. Stacks did 3 things to me on his show, including coming out and look what he did with me with, what was that shit that he did? I'm sorry, he doxed me. He was on the show doxing. FBS was there, and so was Thin Gray Line. You know, you got to ask yourself, why are they choosing? Why has Josie chose the last 3 to 4 months of every show attacking me? It doesn't stop. I have not even mentioned this woman's name. And then today she does her rant. I mean, this is insane, people. But here's the thing. She did a show today, and when she did the show, she said horrible things throughout the whole thing. You know, she attacked certain people. And as soon as she was done, she took the show down. So the show's not up no more. But Josie, I downloaded it. I have the show. And in the show, you made a lot of threats and you made a lot of claims. Now, I could be a prick and just send that right to YouTube and literally get you taken off YouTube. You can't threaten people. You can't tell people they're perverts and that you have evidence on them and you're going to, you know, you don't talk about it. People know Josie. Do people think that if Josie had evidence on me, she wouldn't have put it out a long time ago? Of course she would have. And then she says, I've only released 20%. Release the other 80 already. Cut the shit, Josie. Deadly Kitten, thank you. I appreciate it. So this is what we become. We become threats. So Josie, instead of you attacking people, concentrate on your show. You do have talent. Make your show successful. Because right now you seem like a mad woman. You're acting like it's insane. And you're letting these trolls guide you like Tim Reed. And Tim Reed, we haven't forgotten about you. We'll be discussing you very shortly. But I'm going to play this video of a little segment I took out of Josie's today. And Josie, this is fair use. I'm telling people, please go to Josie's channel and subscribe. This is fair use, Josie. I can use this as long as I talk during it or present it and change it. I did because it's only a segment. So if you copyright me, it's going to fail and you're going to get in trouble. Thank you. Okay, let me find this and get it going. Okay. Give me a second, people. Okay, here we go. Okay.
You're muted. Your microphone is muted, Lee, for like the last 5 minutes. Your microphone is muted, Lee. Nobody can hear you. I can't hear you.
1 minute.
Oh,
Can
there
you
you
hear me
go. I
now?
hear you. I can
People,
hear
I'm
you
so
good, brother.
I just said a bunch of shit all mute and stuff. Having some internet connections. I apologize. We'll get back to Josie in a couple minutes, but basically I said she's a nut job. She went psycho today. It's insane that people are acting like this, especially when you're attacking people. And what's happening is we're having trolls like Tim Reed, and we're going to get in. It's still muted.
I can hear you. I hear you fine. You're muted again. No sound. It says that your microphone is muted on your name. Yeah, it says you're muted.
Can you hear
Now
me
it
now?
says that you're, yes, and
Can
it
you
says that you're unmuted now. I hear you clear.
Okay, can you guys hear me? And can you guys hear me? Please let me know. Show for a
When
little
we
bit,
couldn't,
please.
when we couldn't hear,
Can
it
you
showed a
can you
little
take?
mic. I hear you now though. All right. Well, hey. I guess Lee's having technical difficulties right now. I don't know what's going on. I'm assuming he'll be back in here. I don't even know if I'm live, but I'm just gonna act like I am live. Um, I don't want to give away the show because I'm sure Lee will be back. So I'll just say hi to everybody. I can't see the chat. Um, I'm not really worried about this. I'm pretty sure Lee will figure it out. But basically, what this is about, the shows, like he was saying, there's a lot of people out there influencing content creators, and to the point where they're believing everything. And Tim Reed is the main culprit. We have all had to block him from our page. He has multiple sites, multiple pages that he uses with the same name. So he's dedicated, but he originally was with Lee, and he was, on Lee's side until I don't know what happened with a wrench or someone got upset. I don't know. And he decided to start feeding information to other podcasters, false information, most of it. There's rumors that he went to my school and grew up with me. I can tell you those rumors are true. 100% true. I'll never say his name. I'll never dox the guy. I'm not going to reveal his real name because I just don't think that I don't believe in that. If it's YouTube, you start crossing into real life. That's not the point of this whole platform. But yeah, it's pretty troubling to have all these content creators fighting over fiction, and you got certain trolls that don't have shows that want to hurt the shows, and it's not a good thing. Sorry about that, guys. I was just going to check to make sure that I was actually on the air on the other TV, so I guess I am. Doesn't change things. Hopefully Lee shows back up. I can't see the chat, so I'm, if people are saying stuff in the chat about me, it's probably best I'm not looking.
Oh,
there he is. Don't worry about it, Lee.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
People,
Yeah.
I apologize. I mean, yeah, right. Maybe they got a hold of my feed and took it off. But anyway.
Well, I ran the show. I was live, so I ran the show while you were gone.
Beautiful. I appreciate that.
You're like an uncle to me. I didn't give anything away. I just, let people know that you'll be
Well,
back.
make sure you don't say that too loud because Josie will run with that. I'm your uncle, and something's going on.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? We do have one thing in common, but I think it's like my mom lived in New York and you lived there probably the same time.
Good
I don't know.
people. What I like to say is, unfortunately, I had Josie had a show that she did this morning, and she made a lot of insinuations on it. And then when the show was over, she erased it. She took it down, or she put it in private. But what I did before she did that is I downloaded the whole show, and I have everything on it. But in that show, she made a lot of accusations, and she said that she had a lot of stuff on me. Like she's only released 20% of stuff on me, and 80% she still has. So Josie, here's my. Please release that stuff and show everybody what a pervert I am. I'm tired of you going around making false accusations. You called me a child molester, and now you're saying I'm a pervert. So I'm no longer a child molester. Now I'm a pervert. So are you a pervert, Kelly G?
No, that's
I mean, at
that's pretty
all.
offensive, and nor have I ever been called one. Do am I a red-blooded male that likes women and stuff like that? Of course, but I've been married for 20 years, so you got to draw the line somewhere, right?
People, I may act like some of the things Josie has not done damage to me in my life, but it has done damage to me in my life because she's done things to create friction in my life and, really ruthless things. And her and that dirtbag Stacks, and I'm not taking it no more. So if they're going to go out there and make up false stuff and attack me, I'm going to hit them 3 times harder than they hit me. People say drama, 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 but you know what? This shit's happening to me. I'm not going to sit here and take this. Anybody that watched Josie today can tell the woman has issues. Nobody acts like that, curses and swears at people. It's like she hates men, and she's, did you see the how she acted today?
Yeah, I did. And, oh wow, she's very up and down as well. So she went from screaming with rage and naming basically everybody on a long list on YouTube that she hates. Then she calmed down, excuse me, and then rage up again. And, yeah, she's clearly got some mental issues and some infatuations with you. It's kind of scary.
Well, MRE was in her chat room and said, I'll come in and debate you, and she refused.
She had nothing of it. She said she's suffering from Tim Reedism. She doesn't want to debate with people. She likes it from a safe place, like all those leftists do. We want to be safe, right?
And we'll talk about Tim in 1 second. Okay, and also, I'm making her a challenge. Josie, if you're around, you're welcome to come in here right now. Just come in and say you're here. I'll drop you the link and you come in. And scumbag Tim Reed, if you're here, say you're here and we'll bring you in.
He won't. He's scared.
But this is what these people do. They're cowards. Jesse Gaddy, you too. You're a coward. John Wolf, you're all over the place. Why don't you tell people what you did, John Wolf, what you used to do in your life? John Wolf comes in here and creates all these issues, but he won't tell you about his life. John, you weren't a very nice guy before you came into these rooms. But you don't hear me out talking about your past and the things that you did. So these troublemakers, people, you know what it is? I don't agree with Paul Sicilian on many things. Like when he says that people are doing things because they're jealous of him.
That bothers me the most. Sorry to cut in, but that's the thing that bothers me the most. But go on.
Okay, here's the thing. But one thing I will agree with Sicilian, there are a segment that are jealous. The people that cannot get their shows off the ground, the people that aren't capable of developing their own shows and getting monetized to 1,000 people. You've had Josie in here for 4 or 5 months, and she can't even get to 500. And you know why, Josie? Because you're attacking people. You're attacking me continuously. You may not like this, Josie, but I actually have people that actually like me. So why would they want to go to your channel if you're doing what you're doing? And, it's the same thing. If you don't like FBS, and if you have like 200, 300 people, don't attack them until you build your show up. That's what it comes down to. And what would you think about that, Callie?
I feel the same way. I mean, I'm in a weird position with that because I'm not a content creator, but I don't intend to ever be one because I know the kind of work that's involved. I just don't have the time to be dedicated to something like that with the life I live. But I agree 100% with that. You shouldn't be tearing other content creators down. Feuding is stupid, especially when it gets personal and people start making threats. Once somebody wants to see your face or know who you are, you already know you won the argument to the point where they're so upset. But it's like once you find out who someone is, then what? Are you going to call the cops or show up?
I want to answer this guy, RPMJ. Are you a dumbass? Is something wrong with you mentally? Do you see what's going on? My name's not mentioned. What are you, crazy? Now go simp back to FBS. Okay. Well, see people, that's it. You get jerks like that. That's what it comes to. I don't mind if people from FBS comes in here. Anybody's welcome. And you can even insult me, but if you get real nasty, I'll just block. That's it. I don't want to do that. I try not to block people. I like to. Oh, Johnny Mac, throw me a wrench. Okay. I don't know anybody in here. I'm not going to throw nobody a wrench. I learned my lesson. Don't throw a wrench. Yeah. Okay. Tim Reed, I am a man of principles. I will not ever go on the show. I have scruples and morals also, and I would never be on a show with Callie G either. Tim Reed.
Oh, what a nice excuse.
Tim Reed, this is what you do. You make excuses. MRE challenged you to come on the show yesterday, and you rejected because you're a coward. So why don't you tell me something about, we're not going to mention Tim Reed's name because that will be doxing. So
never.
We know what Tim Reed's real name is.
Doxing is ratting, and I don't rat. Okay.
Okay. But why don't you give us some details about who this Tim Reed is?
Okay. Well, we all know that it's a really, really small world. A few weeks ago, I got a text from a really reliable source who runs a troll page, someone who actually doxed him. And it just turns out that the guy went to my high school, graduated a year after me. I remember him. His name's not Tim Reed. I'm not going to say his name. Let's just say I'm going to try to keep it classy because it's the show. You guys know how I really feel, but he wasn't exactly the most popular guy. I played on the football team, wrestling team, baseball. He was in the band. I mean, I'm trying not to be mean. The guy wasn't popular, and he came out of nowhere. I just think it's kind of crazy what a small world it is. But I confirmed it through multiple sources who he is, and all I have to say is Tim Reed is. You don't have to act scared of me or anything, but just know we know who you are. We know about your 10 profiles, and people are tired of it. Everyone hearing my voice absolutely knows you're a fraud. Absolutely knows that you've been in Josie's ear, Stack's ear for the longest. All these people, and you're feeding them things to make them do what you want. But the pathetic thing is they're just a little dumber than you. So it's the dumb leading the dumber, and it's not working. We all see it. So
okay, 1 second. Can you guys hear me in the chat room? I'm just having some issues today. If you can't hear me, please let me know because one person said they can't hear me. So I'm figuring that I was okay in the chat room.
They're going to try to troll you. You'll see that today.
Okay. We're
going to get a lot of that.
That's actually a regular person. Well, listen. Okay. So Tim Reed, it's like once again, I'm going to do the same thing MRE did. We challenge you to come into the chat room and defend yourself.
Hit the link, coward. Come on, show for the first day in your life you're not a coward. I've known you since 1983, and I know you're a coward. Let's see if you've actually grown up and become a man. Hit the link. Let's hear your little girly incel voice, and let's see how you really talk. I think that's why you're embarrassed.
And see, this is what these are. These, most trolls are losers in life. And they're like, you can't look at them because they look like freaks. And this is what they do. And you know what people are going to say? New Beginnings. I'm going after other trolls to defend New Beginnings. No, New Beginnings can defend themselves. I have no part of New Beginnings. New Beginnings, one, they have a wrench in my room. Yes, they do. You know why? Because I trust them.
Yep.
But if
New Beginnings is trustworthy. I have a wrench in that chat room too. New Beginnings is the balance that we all need in this chaos right now.
Yes, and New Beginnings used to troll me. And what happened was when all these people were making up all these lies and coming after me, they decided that it was too much. They knew it was bullshit because they're the ones that were doing some of the trolling. And that's it. That person's not related to me at all. I don't have no idea who they are. I don't care to know who they are. And someone called Lee's tape recorder, I believe Jesse Gaddy owns that, or that's his. They have a picture of my real daughter in the avatar, who's a military veteran, whose husband, boyfriend, well, they have a child, has died. You know, and this girl has nothing to do with this. She doesn't even know this is going on. And yet, this is how these people are. They're trash.
Well, they couldn't control their real life, and I know this for a fact with Tim Reed. So they get online and they try to create an avatar-like life. But, you know, when you start crossing lines, disrespecting people, accusing them of being child molesters, or he made something up about me today. He's like, didn't someone have a restraining order against? No one has restraining order against me. I have a beautiful criminal record. I created most of my crimes or committed them when I was, a teenager. So,
okay, good question.
It is what it is.
Okay, I want to answer this. Rolex, Lee, why have you defended her for 4 months every chance you get if you don't know her?
Because she's the balance.
Wait, I just told you why. Did you just hear what I said? I don't know this person. Why is Tim Reed and why is Jesse Gaddy in other people's chat rooms and you have no issue with that? And you know they're trolls, but you have an issue with this troll. Ask yourself that question, IG. You're always over there. So why, you see Jesse Gaddy there. You see Tim Reed there. The other day I'm watching them and they told Josie, oh, we're going to give you a call. So it's obvious that they're all connected together. And this is what they do. They're in these chat rooms. They want to destroy this genre. They're having fun because they have pathetic lives. So
100%.
So have you watched what some of these trolls do in some of these chat rooms?
Yeah, well, I'll see a lot of them. What they'll do is they'll say that they're me or you or someone else that's known to be in a good or bad side, whatever, and they just literally start an argument with themselves, and they'll make problems. Tim Reed does it all the time. He just shows up in people's threads.
What do you think about what Tim Reed is saying right now? He said,
"Let me see.
I have Callie G name also."
No, he doesn't. And you know what? And if he has the name, come online right now and say it right fucking now, live on the stream, or else you don't know shit. Because I'm not afraid if people find out who I am, because that's on them. You know what I mean?
Let's finish it.
It don't matter. I'm not afraid of that shit at all.
Okay, Lee, if you block Callie G, he will turn on you also like he did FBS because he is a serial emailer. You're a serial emailer? I've never received an email from you yet.
I know, right? The only person I've ever emailed is FBS, so you know who fucking ran that one. Because that's the only person out of this whole genre I've ever emailed. I emailed him 6 times, and he emailed me back 6 times in 5 months. I mean, that's crazy. So we know who.
Tim Reed says, I'm a warrior. Callie knows it. Tim Reed, if you're a warrior, come on here.
Oh, wow. Okay. I needed a laugh today because I've been having issues with my sciatic nerve. And I've been
That's
in pain,
messed up. My condolences, Lee. Thanks for his service. The saddest thing I ever seen was her little baby boy that was at his gravesite when he died. And, there's people that die in the war in Afghanistan that you don't hear about, unfortunately. and they're called special forces. And you just don't hear about these people that
And there's
pass
special
away.
forces guys in Afghanistan, like my brother, that come back with mental problems that are unfixable in some cases. Our soldiers go through so much.
Parasite says, Tim Reed, you know each other. Go on and talk with Callie G. Exactly. Come on and talk.
He won't go on. He was afraid to talk to me in high school. He's always been a beta, so he's just going to keep typing. That's just
So
what he does.
who did Tim Reed hang out with in high school?
Look, that's so funny. Yeah, exactly. Here's another thing. I work for the state of California, and I get fingerprinted every 6 months by the state and the federal government. If I had anything illegal, I wouldn't be able to keep my job. And
especially
especially
in California.
Yeah, and it's my union job. That's why I can't actually use my real name, because I really don't give a shit by this time. But I can't. My union does not allow me to use my name, represent myself on YouTube. So I would get in trouble. That's otherwise. But if he wants to say my name on the StreamYard, I really don't give a shit. I really don't. So it doesn't bother me one bit. Bring it.
Yes,
I knew he wouldn't show up.
Right. Tim, it ain't a fight today, Tim. You told us that you were going to come in the stream. And you did the same thing with MRE 2 days ago.
I am unbullyable, bro. Nobody fucking bullies me my whole fucking life. It's never happened.
Let me
it's never going to happen now. Sorry,
guys, I'll make something clear. Have you guys ever noticed that the people that do all the bullying don't come on to have debates? Did you notice today that when Josie was on and MRE came in and said, let me end the chat room? I'm not the chat room, to come in and debate her or talk to her. She said no. She made up an excuse and left. I was also in that chat room. And I kept saying that I was gonna come, I wanted to come in. But she wouldn't let me in. See, this is what people do. The people that want to attack like cowards. Okay. Well, I don't know why you're putting that up right now. Okay.
That's for MRE, because I told him it exists and I wanted to let him know it really exists. Sorry.
Okay. So if you, the people with the biggest mouths won't come in and debate. People like Stacks, just people like that. People can say what they want about FBS, but he'll debate you. People can say what they want about me, I'll debate you. But there's certain people that won't. Those are the people that have the biggest mouths. And if anybody wants to come in here and debate me right now, you're more than welcome. New Beginnings won the case. Josie ain't fighting the decision. Okay, that's another thing. They try to take New Beginnings down, and New Beginnings won that case. Just so you do know, I got 4 copyrights in a period of 8 weeks, and I won every one of them. Once again, 4 people literally trying to take down our shows with copyrights. That's called a coward and a snitch move. Copyrights to take people down. Tim, I'm not going to put anything of yours up right now because you're not worth it, because you're a coward.
Which means I can't read it because I don't have the chat on purpose here, because the chat makes me emotional. Okay. I know myself.
Okay, Cromel knows people in my family. And as you know, Cromel used to have the wrench here, and Cromel left because people were badgering him for being on my show. Literally badgering him and sending him horrible things. So that's what happened there. But he knows my family, and that's it. Lee's daughter for sure. It's not my daughter, people. It's a lie, and they keep going with it. And when they get caught in lies, they try to pretend it. I could tell you other lies too. Like I doxed FBS. Never did I dox anything about FBS. I've never given FBS's information to nobody. But you know what? When people make claims, you can't fight it. We both have our chat rooms, and the people in our chat rooms believe what we say. Sometimes they don't want to hear facts. It's 2-on-1 online discussion, and you are afraid that Tim Reed, did you run from class to class afraid of being book checked?
Okay, I'll be really polite to you, Tim. I'll be a really nice guy. I'll talk to you. I'll be even tempered. I'll ask you what your favorite foods are. We'll
Yeah,
get into it slowly, okay?
and
I won't
Tim,
hurt you.
I'll make you a deal, Tim. If you came in, I will drop out and let you debate Callie G one-on-one. How's that?
One on one.
Okay? So don't make excuses. Your team is getting solid. Shootout to Callie G. Even MRE got your back. Well, MRE has my back because he knows what's going on right now. Believe me,
Hey,
MRE will not have my back if I did anything wrong. And
hey, right on, James.
you guys have seen MRE and I go at it heavy. Just look at my library. We had some wars 3-4 months ago.
But
Let me
that's how
tell
you
you something.
sort through this. You sort through it the way you've done it. You talk to him, and you guys get better after each time you talk.
And he beat my ass, and I still hung
It
around.
happens. But
Yeah.
look at what happened. You went away and you came back like on Rocky 3, man. Sometimes you got to take a whooping and it makes you stronger. That's why these people never bother me. And my original appearance with Jeff Nadeau was trying to console him after you abused him. And, that's the whole point is now you're weathered. I have so much respect for you, Lee.
And it's like I tell MRE, it's very hard to debate someone when you can't see him.
You're the toughest boomer that I've ever seen. You're the toughest boomer, I'm telling you.
I appreciate it. MRE thought I was an imposter. Does anyone care to verify? I don't know, Tommy, if this is a new Tommy. But Tommy, I heard you say if this is the real Tommy, but I don't think it is. Because Tommy usually doesn't have a shirt on.
He's letting them titties fly.
Jay says, I heard Callie GS boyfriend packs at A9, and I ain't talking about a gun. Oh, isn't that clever? And an initial J and everything.
Yeah, so we all know there goes Tim Reed again. He's hilarious. He threw a J up there because, a J is very important to his real name. So he wants us to know it's him. But, he's a pussy, so there it is.
New beginnings. The reason Krumel didn't say anything is because Krumel decided to leave the show because of what was going on. I'm actually surprised that he's here. Like you said, you never know who's here.
You're winning a lot of people back, Lee, because you're right. When you're right, like anybody. I'm OCD. I tend to go with the side that's right. There was a certain podcaster that started off very humble and likable, and through his first 2,000 subscribers, that podcaster was likable, and then all of a sudden he's not likable. So,
Callie G, did you juice up on your steroids today before you started?
No, but I am looking kind of swole. I did work out today.
Do you think that there'll be another podcaster tonight talking about you being on this show?
Probably, but I just don't care. I really don't. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't make me anything. I just like what's right. And right now, the voice of what is sane is you and MRE and those are the voices of sanity in this chaos right here. It makes sense. Everyone else is being misled by trolls and forming false opinions.
And people, what's really annoying is when people are literally trying to destroy other people with lies. I mean, to call people child molesters, that's a very serious offense. So today I downloaded Josie's whole show because she said a lot of bad things about a lot of people.
And I wonder why she didn't keep it up, Lee.
She went over. What she did is she crossed the line on her show today. And that's why she took it down right away. But she doesn't realize that I knew she was going to take it down and we were downloading it. So the show's downloaded. There's nothing she could do about it. That's evidence. If she, like she talks about going to a lawyer. No, it's not happening. Please.
A lawyer would laugh at that. Some of my best friends are lawyers. They would laugh at her. Come on.
Have you ever noticed the person that attacks people and makes up the biggest lies? When you attack them, they want to get a lawyer.
Yeah, or call the cops, or either or.
And that's another thing, like the big freak. What's his name? the failure of a fighter. I can't think of his name right now. The guy that's always threatening to beat everybody up.
Which one?
The MMA fighter, the ex-MMA fighter.
Oh, the guy from the East Coast.
Okay, Damien.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah,
Last night he went on and
he ruptured it.
but see, this is what I'm talking about. This guy is a professional fighter.
Yeah.
And then he said last night that I was a cop caller. I never.
Oh, he also said in the comment section, he's like that he makes through with his threats. He said.
Okay, so he said that I was a cop caller, but I never called a cop. And he sent a picture of my house to my phone after he told me that he knows where I live, like a threat. Yesterday, 2 days ago, I had someone call me from another show. This guy's a big fan of another show. And he literally started talking about what the mob does to people and how easy it is to get to them. Yeah. And this guy,
I get where you're going.
Yeah. Well, this guy is from Brooklyn. And his first name is Anthony. I'm not going to say his last name, but this guy actually thinks he's a gangster. And he's going around making calls and dropping hints that he's going to do something. That's how sick this is right now. This is how mental people are becoming. There's no gangsters in here. Do people understand that? None of us are gangsters. We have shows. Okay, we can pretend we're gangsters. There's some of us that pretend we're gangsters, but we're not gangsters. All we are guys with podcasts. That's it. So we got to stop pretending we're gangsters and we're tough guys, because that's what's going on right now. A bunch of bullshit. I'm a tough guy. I'll kick your ass. I'll meet you here. I'll fight you here. No one's showing
all bullshit.
But here's the thing: people in the chat room, you might be dealing with a psycho in the chat room that might show up. You know, me, I'm lucky. I'm in Texas in a safe area. Believe me, I'm in a very safe area.
Yeah, you have a multiple law enforcement. I think you have a sheriff, you have a local. Anyone goes even near your road,
I live in a town
by somebody.
The town I live in is actually it's a training center for the Texas Rangers, for the state trooper, and on every block, cops live. Like there's a cop car in every block.
The police station for the highway patrols on my block.
And then people here are nosy, and we have a site where if a stranger's walking around, they'll actually say, "There's somebody I don't recognize on my street." And you know what's funny about this? There was a time that I didn't like cops. I didn't want to be around cops because I spent a good majority of my life with warrants, and but I never thought I'd live in a town full of cops. But I can't say I complain. I'm in the town.
Well, you live in a town full of cops, and even the old ladies have 38 specials. It's Texas.
But we literally have people threatening our lives. I mean, this is how bad this is hitting people. This ain't like we're not just saying it.
Yeah, it needs to stop. It's getting old.
This guy Anthony, because he has a deep voice and he sounds like he's from Brooklyn, will literally threaten people.
Yeah.
You call him up 1 minute, he'll be talking to you tonight. But if there's a certain podcaster, if you go near him, there are a bunch of whack jobs that think they're hitmen and gangsters.
Yeah.
Lee and Em are the only ones that let people actually talk. All the others block you if you disagree. I love that picture. Look, it's
100%.
It's Kyle. Look, it's a picture of Kyle Rittenhouse on running around the ring.
Look at that, an American hero. Celebrate. Yeah. Salute, Kyle. American hero right there. What a perfect picture to come up when you're talking about people visiting their house.
I want to tell people, Tony Has No Content, a cooking show. Whether people like it or not, do you know who gets the most views out of everybody a day?
Tony kicks everybody's ass. He does.
Out of these, Tony's numbers, he averaged 8,000 people watching him a day. So you say whatever you want about Tony. Tony does things that are unpredictable. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth. But the fact
Lee, my wife says Tony is more entertaining than the show she watches about succulents and plants. She says Tony's entertaining.
You never know what the guys are, whether you like him or not. And
Yeah,
believe
I
me,
mean, I know. He said some stuff that's offended me, but you know, I still like Tony. That's all I'm gonna say. Tony, I got love for you. Unblock me, please.
well, he's the only guy I know that could be laying on the bed talking about nothing, and I'll have 150 people watching. Or
Yeah.
he could be cooking, and he'll have 200 people watching.
Hey, look at how Tim Reed is switching the subject instead of coming on. Now he's
No,
gonna
no,
attack
no, Tim,
Tony.
no, no, Tim, no, no, Tim Reed doesn't count anymore. Tim Reed is
He
already,
does it. This
yeah,
from
he's
now on.
already,
You're right.
Tim Reed does not exist. He's already proved to be a coward.
Yes.
He said he was going to come on here today, and he did not because he doesn't
Yeah,
want.
you're right.
You know why? Because he doesn't want to show his face, probably.
Well, he's just a frightened little guy. He's the guy I know in school. He's never had friends, so it doesn't surprise me he doesn't know how to talk to people. How do you know how to talk to people if you've never had any fucking friends? I mean, really.
Oh, Lee, someone told me Tim has autism. Is that true? Uh, I don't know that. Hold on, Tony's calling. Okay, you could keep on talking, Callie. Let's see what Tony has to say.
Oh, well, I don't know what I'll wait for Tony.
Hello.
If Tim Reed, if you are autistic, I'll say this: if you're autistic, I apologize to everything I've ever said negative to you, honestly,
Tony?
because I do have two autistic kids.
Oh, you want to
If
get
that's the
in?
case, otherwise,
Okay.
screw you.
Okay, 1 minute.
I'm being fair.
Hey, Tony wants to come in, people.
That's not bad.
Okay, so we're going to invite Tony in. Oops. I got to do something. If you could talk, Tony wants, let me see 1 second.
Sure. So yeah, so like I was saying to Tim Reed, I'll say it one more time. I have two autistic children. They mean the world to me. If that is true, New Beginnings, if he is autistic, I apologize. But if he's not autistic, simple as that, black and white, the world I live in. You know?
Looks like none of the 10 profiles this clown uses is showing up. Well, I blocked so many of Tim Reed's. How many Tim Reeds I have blocked? Tony, if you're watching, I dropped the link into the chat room. So if you're in there, just hit on it and come on in. Okay, so I hope you guys want to see Tony in here. Of course you do. People.
Tony's always welcome. Who doesn't want to see Tony?
Okay, let's see. Okay.
Well, actually, yeah.
Okay, new beginning, unemployment. I can't help people believe Josie. Zod didn't answer that question in that way. Okay. Okay, people, hold on. I'm going to call Tony and see if he got the link, if he's in here. Okay, 1 minute, please.
Sorry, I had to get some water.
No problem. Oh, no, I'm dropping it in the chat room. I'm going to drop it right now. Just look at the very bottom. Bye. Okay, so we dropped that for Tony. Let's see if he pops up, and then we'll have a more interesting, even more interesting show. Because, you know,
Yeah, we're going to have to be the three amigos.
and I talked to Tony about Tim Reed and Jesse Gaddy and those clowns. It's a certain, you know, unfortunately, trolls. There's like they band together, but when you go up against someone like MRE, he knows all the trolls tricks because he was a troll.
Yeah, it's amazing how polite people get when they debate MRE. They talk real tough, and then when it's time to debate, they're just Very careful with their words, you know.
Hey, Tim, you could even hit that link and come on in if you want. You won't hit it, will he?
No, he won't hit it. Just like he ain't never hit it in real life, if you know what I mean.
Hey, Tony, I sent you that link. I can't send it to your phone right now because that means I would have to leave the show to send it to your phone. So that's the only way I can send it to you right now, Tony, if you're listening. But it is sitting right there above Johnny Mac's name. Johnny Mac, if you're the real Johnny Mac, you can come in. Okay. They are doing that so when you fight, if they get your info, me and the New Beginnings knew this way back, and they really are stupid. Yes. You know what it is, too? You got people like Tim Reed. They're basically cowards, and people listen to them. You know, I remember there was a time that I was having a conversation one day with FBS, and we worked everything out. And about 2 hours later, he turned on me. And this is after he got off the phone and someone told him that I was doxing him, which I never doxed him. I've never, ever doxed that man, not one time. But to this day, he still says it. So if someone believes something, I can't get him to change his mind. He believes it.
Yeah, so, I'm done with that guy and his channel. He blocked me so long ago. He's afraid of me too. So that's just, I'm done with him.
Now, if I remember correctly, when you first went on his show, you guys got along pretty good, didn't you?
We got along great until he hit about 2,000 subscribers and we started talking about the Second Amendment.
So it was a political thing.
Originally, but I was in the waiting room and he said some pretty nasty things to me. So like he got all worked up. And by the time I got in there and then when I left, it was cool. But the next day in the comment section, I warned him that, hey man, Tony Pizza's the real deal. You better not mess with that guy. And perfect for Tony to come in. And that's what he said. So FBS was like, you know what, screw you. And he started doing tough guy stuff with me and sending emails because I told him that Tony was real. And now here we are, a month and a half later. Tony's as real as it gets. I mean, I tried to tell the guy.
Tony, what's going on? Can you hear me?
We hear you.
I can't hear you, Tony.
Oh, now he's muted. Unmute yourself. I heard you at first.
Yeah, you.
He muted himself. He's muted. There you go. Screen keeps
try now, Tony. Muted. I can't hear you. Drop out and come back in. You see that? I was looking forward to having Tony in here. Okay, so he can say what he had to say.
He'll be back.
Okay. Okay, people, if you want to ask some questions, we'll go through some of your questions. I'm going to have to roll back here. And people that say that I don't keep up with my chats, you know how hard it is to keep up with chats when they're rolling? If you have almost 200 people in here and they just keep rolling, it's very hard to keep up. Lee, you could see what kind of people got your back. Tony, MRE, Callie. Okay, we read that one already.
Oh, God, that's him again.
Oh, that's that good Jay. And Jay, we're not going to even block you, even though I should. And it doesn't matter whether they show their face, but don't claim to be tough if you're hiding. You know, and you know, that's one thing, MRE. He'll always say he's not a tough guy. You know, you could say what you want about MRE, but he'll tell you point blank he's not a tough guy.
But and he's more effective not showing his face. Can't you tell? Look at how angry everyone is. He's way more effective because once they see your face, then they start attacking your looks and all that shit. And that's why he has power, because he's like, fuck you. You're going to listen to my words. You're not going to get me for anything else.
And you know what? You know, the stupidest thing I ever did when I started this show was
put your name on there. Yeah.
You know, but in a way it worked out because everything that's out there, and this is why I know Josie's full of shit and she doesn't have anything on me. Because
it's all out there already.
You put it out there already, Josie. You put it out there. So you can come up with this other 80%, stop talking shit, and put it out there, okay? But you remember, if you put stuff out there that's true, I'll deal with it. But if you put out stuff that's not true, I'm going to hit you 3 times as hard as you hit me. You don't think that I have shit on you, Josie? Come on. A long time ago. And the only reason I never used it on you is because it's like you say. You ever notice when you attack Josie, what does she do? She uses the race card. She uses the woman card. That's the first thing she says. Like she'll call me racist, but she can never pull anything up racist I've ever said. Ever. Show me where I've ever said something racist.
When you call someone a child molester, that is the lowest of the low you can call someone. And if you don't have proof and you call someone that, anything you say after that should be fucking irrelevant.
Well,
no one should listen to you anymore, you know?
And that's the thing. Once she came back and said,
that should be it, because that's serious shit, you know?
And she said that. She came back on her show and said, okay, maybe he's not a child molester, but he's a pervert.
Same kind of move, same bullshit, you know, psychotic moves. Just someone that can't ever admit, you know, that she's wrong. Those kind of people.
And here's the thing with perversion. Who determines what perversion is? You know, a guy has a foot fetish. Is he a pervert?
Yeah. And what era are we talking about? In 1959, what was considered perverted compared to today? I mean, it's to everybody's.
A woman likes to have sex, say, in 5,000 feet, 10,000 feet in the air, and does it in the bathroom. Is she a pervert? What is your firm? You know, the word pervert is a very tough.
It covers a broad spectrum of bullshit, is what it does.
Now, if you had some information about me running around the park and opening up my jacket to little kids or to women, you know, then I'm a pervert. But you're not going to find that, because anybody can look up my record. You can look up anything in my jacket, and you'll never see nothing like that. And if you're a child molester or a pervert and you do bad things in your life, it would come up. You can't hide that shit, especially if you're my age. You don't think people my age get caught doing that shit? You think I want my whole life being a pervert? You know, shit. I've had women leave me because I wasn't a fucking pervert.
Yeah.
You're married? Are you married, Callie G?
Yeah, my wife and my kids are right over here.
Oh.
I've been married for 20 years. It'll be coming up in August. I've been with her 22 years. That's half my life because I'm 44.
Fat Bold contacted 2 police Jimmy is having on his show to press charges against Tony. You know what's scary? When someone that is a rat says that now they contact police. That's something that is really quite unbelievable. Okay. Okay. Let's all send pizza emojis like little girls come on to, well, I don't, okay, that's, you know, now he's going too far, so we'll just get rid of him.
Sorry about that. I had to get up and move the dog. I have a little chihuahua. It was just getting all over the place.
Parasite, it's obvious you don't care for Tony. Morning, drop it again, Tony? Okay, give me a minute. Okay, Tony, I dropped it one more time. Let's see how that works. If you can't get on, don't. Hey, did you see that guy Al's news today?
No, I didn't see it.
He changed the name of his show called The Unbiased Eye. Now, Al came on here and he was with Josie and he was attacking me on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And now he has a show, and yesterday's show was 5 ways to pick up women.
Oh God, my
Yeah,
signature laugh came out. I'm sorry,
yeah.
people. It's annoying.
Al. We're talking Al here. Al was there
Oh
telling
wow.
people how to pick up women or what women,
Okay, Al.
yeah, what women
Are you
like.
sure we're talking women here, Al? What do you call a woman? I
Well,
don't know, Al.
no, but
I'm not
listen,
convinced.
yeah, but listen, exactly what I need: a drunk gambler telling me how to pick up women, or what
Yeah,
women
that's
need.
gonna work out. Yeah.
Miami will win the Super Bowl this season. Lucky Luciano, you have really been drinking.
Oh
You,
wow. I guess that segues into something that we might talk about tomorrow, Lee.
yeah, they got to, they're not even the best team in the division. They got Buffalo ahead of them, and New England seems like they're back.
Yeah,
So,
they're awake now. New England has definitely woke up.
okay. Okay. Tony makes threats online. Why would you platform him? It's double standard. Actually, he's never threatened. Oh, actually, Tony has threatened me online. He said he's going to clip me. He's going to put me in the ground. But I'm not so. Tony said lots of things to me. He's called me some names, but I'm not going to get. That's just who Tony said. Okay, this is Mr. Lenny 999. Tony said he had his record expunged. Then he says that he didn't get a job because of my record. Then he says Gunsmoke and FBS are brothers. So I guess that makes them relevant because those are lies. Well, you know something. Is he the only one lying in this genre? All those are minor lies. You literally had somebody call me a pedophile. Why aren't you bitching about that? You put that up, but thank you for the 999. So, okay, and that's the thing. If Tony lies, there's nothing I could do to stop Tony from lying. I know when I come on my show, I don't lie. And if I do lie or make a mistake, I try to correct it. And some people are going to say that you lie, and they're not going to, even if you correct it, it's not good enough for them. I had another.
Yeah, some people won't believe anything.
I had another podcaster the other day. I shot a video, and he put a picture of my eye and said, "Look at my pupil dilating." And I'm thinking to myself, I'm sitting on my chair with my phone lit up in my face, and he's talking about my pupils dilating.
I hope your pupils dilate when your phone's in your face, you big dummy.
I'm wishing I had some of these great drugs they're telling me about.
Everybody go in the mirror right now with your phone, put it 1.5 inches from your face, and look at your freaking pupil. Tell me what you see. You realize how stupid that shit is.
Okay, Octavia says she is not under legal instruction. No lawyer would advise her to say all this. Exactly, Octavia. If she had a lawyer, she would not have come online today and attacked people.
First thing a lawyer says is turn off all of your social media. That's the first thing they tell you if you know what a lawyer tells you.
Exactly. There's no way she has a lawyer. She's just mean. I don't know if she's mean or insane. I don't know which one it is. She threatened me. She said to
Probably
me,
a mix.
She said to me today, "Fuck with me, Lee," and I wasn't even saying nothing about the crazy woman. So you know what they're going to do now, people? I could tell you what they're going to do. Her and that lowlife Stacks, they're going to get together and they're going to have a show about me, and they're going to come up with these claims that I'm a child molester, or I'm a pervert. They're going to say they found something. Maybe they're going to show a raincoat on the show and say this was the raincoat that Lee used in a park. But I'll guarantee you that they will do something now because I'm standing up for myself. But I haven't hit back before. I have been very gentle. I am not going to be gentle no more. I don't give a shit if people say I'm drama. This is not the Mafia genre no more, people. If you're here to hear Mafia stories, you're kidding yourself. Because where are the Mafia stories? Please tell me. I mean,
Okay, yeah, Bailey, I have a quick question.
Yes.
And it's for everybody to be honest out there and answer it. When Lee did 7 or 8 shows in a row with no drama and the other side got more inflamed than ever, what exactly was that? And how could you claim that Lee is drama when he wasn't a part of it and it got worse? I just don't even know how that works.
You have one broadcaster right now fighting. I'm sorry, podcaster. You have one podcaster right now fighting with several channels.
12 channels.
You know, I mean, literally.
And none of those channels are fighting with each other. So he's the common denominator.
And it's like insane. I mean, and then
none of those channels, you're not fighting with any other channels. None of those channels that dislike him are fighting with anyone else. There's 10, 11 channels that just do not like him. Very big channels, I won't say, but a lot of huge channels do not deal with him anymore. So
Josie today attacked Cane Shade. Cane Shade bothers nobody.
Yeah.
So why are you trying to draw him into the fight?
She needs to take her HRT pills and just relax. There's my cat. Look at this guy, huh? This is Macho Man Randy Savage. That's his name. This is my cat. He's called Macho Man because he hunks all the cats in the backyard.
Well, when Deanna went into the hospital, I was taking care of, well, she's still there, but I was taking care of a cat and 3 dogs. The cat's no longer with me.
He's a sweet guy. He just melts in your arms. All right, Macho Man.
You know what I do with cats? I open the door so they run out.
I have cats and dogs. I have a Chihuahua and a cat, and I got that. If I can get them to get along, anything will work.
Tony Stretch, a meaningless guy. Guy worked a couple hours and could hardly move. Yeah. Hey, Tony doesn't have to work. Tony does really well on his show. The people that are there, they send him money and people get mad. But here's the thing. It's none of our business who sends anybody money. I mean, if people want to send FBS money, they want to send Tony money, MRE money, me money. So what? No, it's up to that person that's sending the money. It's their money. No one's going to make me take money off my debit card. And I've only sent money to 2 shows here, MRE, and I even sent money to Vinny one time. That's it. I've never sent money to anybody else. I'm sorry, Tony, don't get mad at me. I don't have to send you money, Tony, because everybody else is. Has anybody ever seen Tony? Tony can collect $700 in 2 hours.
Yeah.
I mean,
honestly, if you got that going for you, why would you get a job? I mean, and I say this, I've always had a job and worked, but I mean, the guy's doing well and he's entertaining. So if people would stop watching his show, he wouldn't get paid. People watch his show.
Think about this one, people. If Tony collected $1,000 a week, he would be making $52,000 a year. I mean, that's what YouTube's like to some people.
And he's had better weeks than that.
I've seen him collect $600, $700 in an hour. Once he asked for money for his car, he got $600. And another podcaster was all upset about it.
I think it's good. You know what? He's living a good life. You guys can say whatever you want about him being homeless, but he lives a life of freedom and he doesn't have to answer to anybody. There's got to be something to say about that. He is as free as it gets, even, with his words,
As Josie's attorney said, Tony moved the hot tub, give him a break. FBS, that Tony called his mama. Hey, listen, I understand that calling people is bullshit. It shouldn't be done. But you know something? I didn't do it. That's between Tony and FBS. And, right away, you could pull people into this, but I know I didn't do it. I wouldn't do something like that. But those guys are going at each other pretty vicious because a lot of bad things have been done between the 2 of them. That's it. I mean,
you got one guy that has a really thin skin and another guy who doesn't have a filter, and it's just a cycle.
My problem with Tony Pizza is he blocks everybody, and I stop watching him. Yeah, the truth, I understand what you're saying, but Tony blocks everybody except the people that he knows that he can guarantee get money from. They've forgotten about Tony Pizza. I'm trying to read some here before we close down. Imagine FBS Tony fight. In 10 seconds, they have bent over, coughing, and thrown up.
Hey, I was just at the gym and I saw some older guy at the gym trying to ride the bike, and after like 3 minutes, he did exactly that.
That's some funny shit right there, man.
People forget if you don't work out, if you're not in shape, working out fucking sucks. It's hard.
I'll tell you, that post, when you accused, you saw my 2 cents in it, direct to her, but I don't know. October, I'm taking it that was meant for somebody else in the chat. Damien said he hates cop callers, but he's simping for Shrek. Let me tell you something.
Shrek, you gotta laugh at that. Come on, Shrek.
The dude's a bully, man. The guy's a bully.
Yeah,
He literally got out of a car last night after he said he was home with COVID 4 days later. And he got out of a car threatening to beat MRE up. And he's got brain damage. He's got CTE, man. He has emotional problems. And then he said that I was a cop caller. And MRE said, well, you sent a senior citizen. Thank you, MRE. I'm not a senior citizen yet, MRE. But he said, you sent a senior citizen a threat. I didn't call the cops. See?
Yeah, people, imagine if they sent one of your relatives a threat that was in their 60s. How would you feel if 30, My dream of happiness would be Damien knocking down my door coming at me. Yeah, he wouldn't have a very good day. Yeah. That's why, being able to defend yourself is so important, because you don't get to choose the age, the size, or the fighting ability of the person that's going to attack you. That's why it's so important to be able to defend yourself against anybody, especially if they're threatening you. Now, do you teach people weapons? Do you teach people how to use weapons? Yes, I do. It's a side job I have. I actually work with the local shooting range here, and I rent the range like a regular person. And then I have people that I meet online that are interested, and I teach them the basics of firearm safety with revolvers, semi-automatic pistols, and then rifles. I also teach pistol carbine, how to mount the optics on those and things like that. So I'm big on self-defense. I've helped people who couldn't defend themselves learn how to defend themselves, and that makes me feel good. The unbiased, this ain't the mob show guy. Well, that guy, he does look like that. But Lee, I already donated to Vinny. Yeah, I already donate every year with my taxes to St. Jude. It's the best ever, and I highly recommend everybody to donate to St. Jude. And I would recommend, if anybody you could trust out of everybody in this, I would say Vinny's the guy. So I would say donate. Toby Josie, an epic rant this morning. That's what we were talking. I downloaded the whole rant because she made a lot of threats toward me about making claims. She's going to say a lot of things about me. So it's like I'm saying, Josie, do not threaten it. Do it. Okay? But you know what, Josie? Instead of you threatening people, what you need to do is have enough guts to come debate them. If you got something to say to somebody, but you won't allow them to back it up, it makes you a coward. If you think I'm going to sit back and take this bullshit from you, Josie, you don't know me yet. It's not going to happen, Josie. You could do whatever you want. You know why? No matter what you say, I know a cop's not going to come to my door telling me it's true. Okay. Wasn't Lee the one who started bad mouthing? No, I didn't start. When Josie started her show, I called out her show, and I told people I actually liked her show. We had no issue for the first 2 weeks. Then she just turned on me. That was it, out of the blue. And that's what happens, because certain people start telling them shit. The trolls work them. The trolls will make it look like I said something or did something, and they'll turn people on people. That's what they do. Yep. Don't feed the trolls, people. Treat them like mushrooms.
5 ways to pick up. IG, I'm telling you, you got to go back and watch this. He gives you advice on women and what women want. I mean, I'm not making this shit up. And right before he tells you, he says, "Let me have a drink of my coffee." And you know what's funny about Al? Al's another guy. When he first started, I called out his show and said people should watch it. And a couple of days
Yeah,
later, he was attacking me. So
yeah.
once I call out his show, the trolls get to them. Same thing with Vinny. Vinny never attacked me, but I know what I
You're
get.
going
I
to be
still get a
the
good.
you're
So
going to
with
be
Vin,
the,
yeah.
the only surviving boomer, man. You're the toughest of the bunch. I'm telling you, these guys, they can't take that. It's hard on them.
Damien is another one. Yeah, he fought professionally, but he lost more than he won. He shouldn't be threatening anybody. And you know
Maybe
what?
that's why he's so mad.
And there's no what. You know what? I've seen some videos of Damien fighting. He was definitely a tough guy. There's no doubt Damien could whip my ass, and probably 2 guys would be like me at the same time. The guy's a fighter. And you train in the gym to fight, you can hurt people. If you train jiu-jitsu, and he's a very good at jiu-jitsu and wrestling, he was a ground fighter, he'll take you to the ground, he'll choke you out. I would never pretend that I would want to fight Damien. Hell no.
No, he's a pro, man. That'd be a stupid
But he
thing, of course.
but he's the one going around threatening to beat everybody up. He's been doing this for months now. Lee, I wasn't attacking you. I was speaking honestly. Well, I can't take you serious with Herman Munster as your avatar.
I hear the theme from that TV show. I grew up watching that.
Al is likely wearing stockings when he shoots his videos. We can't see him from the waist down. That's a very good point. So you think he has like stockings on with maybe a pink pair of bloomers?
There's definitely some sugar in his tank, Lee. That's all I'm gonna say.
Do you take Al for a bloomer type of, would he wear women's bloomers or would he wear G-strings?
I think he'd wear the granny panties.
Okay.
You know the big ones up that you pull them up to the belly. Yeah, he looks like a granny panty.
Yeah. Lenny, I read that already. But once again, thank you. You know, it's kind of funny. I've done really well today on these chats. And, I don't usually ask for them. I never ask for them. And I don't have but people would sometimes, you never know when you come on here. Sometimes people donate to you. And sometimes you,
Go, honey, go ahead, pass. My wife has to use the bathroom.
we just seen you take your hand and push her back.
Yeah, I just stopped her because she was going to trip over my bad leg.
The reason,
Sorry, honey.
okay, I don't know that Vikings, but let's see. Josie crossed the line with everyone today, made it sound like people actually went to her house. All drama. I don't believe anybody went to her house. I find that hard to believe because if they did, Josie would have been on the phone already talking to the police. Yeah. But if some lowlife did go to her house, the only advice I would give to Josie, instead of coming online and talking about it, go call a detective, call the cops, and show it to them. Don't talk to the audience about it. There's nothing we could do for you.
Yeah, that was kind of frightening. I had to turn my TV down. She was yelling.
Damien tries to fight people to improve his abysmal record. Actually, he was 6-7 as a fighter. And you know something? He fought some really good fighters, 2 guys that were really good fighters. And he did not get knocked out by them. He lasted through the whole fight.
You got my kiss? Love you.
Monday nights, Pats and Bills. Yep, I like the Pats in that game. But tomorrow at 11 o'clock, at 10 Eastern, we're going to, Callie and I are going to do a show. And Kane Shade was supposed to do it, but I don't know if he's going to do it now. Let's see. We're going to talk about the spreads on the games tomorrow. It's going to be just an hour. We're just going to put the spreads out there and talk about it. I'm not doing it to get views. I'm doing it because I love football. Callie loves football. So we're just going to give our advice on the spreads, and it'll be at 10 o'clock Eastern time. No, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, 10 o'clock Eastern time, 9 o'clock my time Central. So I hope you guys come and check it out, and hopefully we'll give you some spread. Don't be like when Al, did you see when Al did his show with the horses?
Yeah, that was a disaster.
Oh my God. Some people were insulting him because they, Vinny was like, I bet his horses, and his horse came in last.
Well, I'm no expert, but I have fun with football, so
No,
it
this
should
is
be
just
fun.
our opinion. It's just our
Yeah.
opinion. That's it. I'm not a gambler.
Me neither.
I've seen gambling destroy too many people.
Yeah.
Well, you just do it as right when you call someone a pedophile. They're no lower than that's it. You're no lower than that. The woman called a pedophile and refuses to apologize for it. Absolutely refuses. And there's nothing worse than you can call a human being a pedophile.
The lowest of the low. There's nothing lower than that.
TP is the best. He just bust balls. Tony, you're talking about. You need a sense. Yeah, you do. And you know what it is with Tony? People underestimate his intelligence. Tony is actually very intelligent. And if you don't think he is, listen to his insults. Some of them are really fucking funny.
I think he's the most witty person I've met in a long time. I'm pretty good at naming people and being witty. He's really good at it, man. He beats me. He names people names like that.
Goofy says, I'm not trying to stir the pot, and I'm being sincere. I really want to hear the story from Tony Pizza about him getting shot in the head, only if he's comfortable with it. I don't know that story, but if he was shot in the head, maybe that explains things. People do get shot in the head and lived. Grant Calder, I've gotten plenty of birds in my day. I had a reputation of being what the hell would you say that? You definitely know that's not Al. You know that's not Al. You got me, dude.
That's the avian family guy. He's good. I recognize him. He's awesome.
Tony first said everyone was dead except him and one of the other guys. Then he says the other guy was still alive. We never owned it. I don't know what you're talking about. So you can ask Tony about that. Unfortunately, Tony tried to get on here and he couldn't today. I upload Mob and how to conduct yourself. I get less than 100. You know what? I watched some of your stuff and it's really good. You actually deserve 1,000 subs. I love your shit, by the way. I think you're clever and witty. So it shows like yours that should actually be have 1,000 people. But I enjoy your stuff, dude. I would never insult you. Okay. If I told Josie that Lee was a Zodiac killer, she'd believe it.
Probably.
It's Jesse Gaddy and it's Tim Reed just putting shit in her ear continuously. He didn't even make it there. He said he was there because the phone blew up in Mob 2 Trauma. I have no idea what you're talking about there. Well, people, I'm not going to go too much longer because we've been on for an hour and a half almost. Let's see what Mob and Norax has finally asked 2 days ago about his closet mob ties. He said a grade school friend had a connected grandpa.
Oh, wow. That sounds legit.
It's about the facts and ethics. That was such a terrible content they posted, but it's unclever. Okay, let's see. Stugatz. Oh my God, Lee, you want on everybody else's channel as their guest talking about drama. Okay. Let's see. You didn't stay out of it, and then you came on Tony's show. JC, the dude doesn't have a show. JC, I never been on JC's show. So what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, this guy's losing his mind. First
of all, you have a picture of somebody who's definitely not you. And if it is you, God bless you. Now, but I read your remark. Goofy again. Yes, Paul. I recall Tony saying the scar on his forehead is from a gunshot. Could it be an interesting story? You know, if Tony is homeless for 19 years, let's say, that's actually an interesting story because most of the people that are homeless for 19 years don't survive. Something happens to them in the streets, you know, and just take a look at a lot of these homeless that things happen to them. FBS speaking in a racist manner toward Highlight. FBS needs to stop attack. You know, people like to call me out. So how many people like that imitation he does? Do you like that, Callie G?
That's terrible. The Bronx one, when he starts doing that, it's hard for me to watch 5 minutes of the show, but it's the worst impression I've ever fucking seen.
God.
One love to I Like. He's a good guy, but man, he don't even sound anything like him at all. It just makes him look fucking stupid, which is a statement in itself, as we already know.
Okay. The morning show with Tony Pizza, Batman Cash. Are you ready to work? You know what, Joe? I'm going to tell you something, Joey. If you don't think doing these shows are working, it is working. That's why I cut way back on my lives because it takes a lot out of you. And I only do like 1 or 2 lives a week now. These guys that do 2 lives a day, I don't know how they do it because it takes a lot out of you, a lot. Especially like a Tony does like 4 or 5 of them a day. Parasite, where can I find a Josie rant with a timestamp? Yeah, actually, Josie took it down. I downloaded it. I have the whole thing, and that's that on that one. Unbiased Eye, Lee, I hope you will donate. Oh, okay. Listen, people, I'm going to go now because we've been on for a long time. I don't like to go an hour and a half because nobody's going to watch the show for 2 hours. And we got to thank Callie G for being here. I hope that we answered a lot of things. Josie,
it's been fun, everybody.
And Josie, instead of threatening people, just do it. Okay, you've done everything in the world to me already. You called me the worst things, and they turned out to be false. Continue your accusations. I don't give a shit what you say about me. With that, thank you so much, my man, Callie G. And tomorrow,
no problem, my friend.
Tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern.
It's gonna be seven my time. I gotta get up early for this.
And we're going to talk about the spreads. Don't be mad at us if we're wrong. Everybody take care, and we really appreciate you being here.
God bless.
Okay, take care, everybody. You can stay on for